Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, host of the Football History Dude podcast, right here on the Sports History Network. Now, before we jump into another sports history adventure, let me tell you about this episode's sponsor. We partnered with Rochester Sports Autographs, the largest JSA authenticated autograph distributor in the United States, where you can get deals on over 30,000 autographed sports collectibles. They even have film, music, and other entertainment autographs on the site, so there's something for everyone. Perhaps you're looking for a gift for Mother's Day, or maybe Father's Day. Heck, who needs a holiday as an excuse to give a piece of sports history to your loved ones? Or how about yourself? Today seems like a great day to add to your sports cave, right? But how is RSA able to offer such great deals on JSA authentication, you ask? Well, they do this by making deals directly with athletes, so there are no extra markups, and they choose to pass these savings on to the customer. All orders from Rochester Sports Autographs are top quality and shipped to your door with top authentication and money-back guarantee. And to make sure RSA knows that the Sports History Network sent you, we created a special link for you. All you have to do is head to shoprsa.com/SHN. Again, that's shoprsa.com/SHN. Head over there to get your piece of sports history today. This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Yesterday's Sports on the Sports History Network. In part 4 of Major League Baseball teams with 100-win seasons, we'll look at the decades of the 1950s, 1940s, and 1930s. And we'll see fewer teams winning 100 games. That's because up until 1961, teams played 154 games rather than the 162 games we've grown accustomed to. We'll use a 617 winning percentage as the equivalent of winning 100 games, since 100 wins in a 162 game schedule equal a 617 winning percentage. No team reached the 617 winning percentage in 1959 or 1958. The 88-win Dodgers beat the 94-win White Sox in the World Series in 1959. And the 92-win Yankees defeated the 92-win Braves in 1958. The Yankees had the highest winning percentage in 1957 at .636, but they lost the World Series to the Braves, who had a .617 winning percentage. The Yankees also had the highest winning percentage in 1956 at .630, and they beat the Dodgers in the World Series. The Yankees and Dodgers went over the .617 winning percentage in 1955, and the 98-win Dodgers beat the 96-win Yankees in the World Series. The 1954 Yankees had an outstanding season, finishing with a 103-51 record. But they finished 8 games behind the Cleveland Indians, who had an outstanding 111-43 record for a .721 winning percentage. But their great season ended in disappointment, as the 97-win New York Giants swept them in the World Series. The 1953 Dodgers had an outstanding season, finishing with 105 wins for a .682 winning percentage. But they lost the World Series to the Yankees, who had a .656 winning percentage, and fell just 1 game short of a 100-win season. The 1952 Yankees and Dodgers reached a .617 winning percentage, and the 95-win Yankees beat the 96-win Dodgers to win the World Series trophy. The Brooklyn Dodgers and New York Giants finished the 1951 season tied for first place in the National League with a .625 winning percentage. The teams played a 3-game playoff series to decide who would play the Yankees, who had a .636 winning percentage, in the World Series. The Giants won the playoff series, but fell to the Yankees in the World Series. The Detroit Tigers finished the 1950 season with a .617 winning percentage, but it wasn't good enough for first place as the Yankees finished 3 games ahead of them. The Yankees went on to sweep the Phillies in the World Series. In 1949, 4 teams finished with a higher than .617 winning percentage. In the National League, the Cardinals finished the season just 1 game behind the Dodgers, while in the American League, the Red Sox finished 1 game behind the Yankees. The 97-win Yankees won the World Series over the 97-win Dodgers. The 1948 Red Sox and Indians finished the season with a .623 winning percentage, forcing a 1-game playoff. The Indians won and defeated the Boston Braves in the World Series. The Yankees finished the 1949 season with a .630 winning percentage and beat the Dodgers in the World Series. The Red Sox had an excellent season in 1946, winning 104 games while losing only 50. But the Cardinals were no slouches, with a .628 winning percentage, and they defeated the Red Sox in a hard-fought World Series 4-3. The Cardinals finished the 1945 season with a .617 winning percentage, but it wasn't good enough, as the Cubs finished 3 games ahead of them to claim the National League pennant. But the Cubs were upset in the World Series by the Tigers, who won only 88 games. The Cardinals had an outstanding season in 1944, finishing with a 105-49 record and beating the St. Louis Browns in the World Series. The Cardinals also finished the 1943 season with that same 105-49 record. But the Yankees also had a great team, with a .636 winning percentage, and they easily defeated the Cardinals in the World Series. In 1942, 3 teams won over 100 games. The Dodgers won 104, but finished second to the Cardinals, who won 106. The Cardinals easily defeated the 103-win Yankees to win the World Series. Cardinals had another great season in 1941, finishing with a .634 winning percentage. But the Dodgers finished in first place with a 154 record. The Yankees finished the season with 101 wins and defeated the Dodgers in the World Series. The Reds finished the 1940 season with 100 wins and only 53 losses. The 90-win Tigers gave them a tough time in the World Series, but the Reds prevailed, winning 4-3. The Reds also had a great season in 1939, finishing with a .630 winning percentage, but they were no match for the 106-45 Yankees in the World Series. The Yankees were the only team to finish the 1938 season with over 90 wins, falling just 1 game short of 100, and sweeping the Chicago Cubs in the World Series. The Giants had a terrific season in 1937, finishing with a .625 winning percentage. But they were no match for the Yankees, who finished with 102 wins and 52 losses and won the World Series. The Yankees were the only team to finish the 1936 season with an over .600 winning percentage. They won 102 games while losing only 51 and defeated the Giants in the World Series. The Cardinals had a .623 winning percentage in 1935, but it was only good enough for second place as the Cubs won 100 games to claim the National League pennant. The Tigers, who finished with a .616 winning percentage, upset the Cubs in the World Series. The Tigers won 101 games in 1934, but lost to the Cardinals, who had a .621 winning percentage in the World Series. The Washington Senators fell just one game short of 100 wins in 1933, but they were no match for the 91-win Giants in the World Series. The Yankees dominated the regular season in 1932 with a 107-47 record. Then they dominated the Cubs in the World Series, winning 4-0. The Philadelphia Athletics won the 1931 American League pennant with a 107-45 record. The Cardinals won the National League pennant with a 101-53 record and beat the Athletics in the World Series. The Athletics won 102 games in 1930 and defeated the Cardinals in the World Series. Well, that concludes part 4. Hope you enjoyed it, and next week we will have part 5, which will likely be the final edition of Major League Baseball teams with 100 wins in a season. Thank you, and God bless.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
Hi, this is Joe Ziemba, the host of When Football Was Football, here on the Sports History Network. I'm very pleased to announce that I will be partnering with the Sports History Network to give away 2 copies of my latest book called Bears vs. Cardinals, the NFL's Oldest Rivalry. To enter, just head over to the following link, sportshistorynetwork.com/giveaways. We hope you'll enjoy the numerous stories in the book, which is largely based on the newly released Dutch Tournament collection at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Dutch was the co-owner of the early Chicago Bears with George Halas and kept correspondence, financial records, and scouting reports, which now allow us to peek into the management of an NFL club during the first few years of the league's existence. Along the way, we'll meet unusual gridiron characters from years gone by, including a quarterback who could throw the ball farther behind his back than he could throwing it forward, a Bears lineman who was such a good tavern fighter that he decided to enter the boxing universe, and a Cardinals halfback who gave up the NFL rushing title by deciding to not show up for his team's final game of the season. And can we forget the time the Al Capone mob interrupted a Bears-Cardinals game? The new book was fun to research, and I hope you will enter our free contest today. Once the winners are selected, we'll be in touch regarding shipping as well as to inscribe the book personally for you. This might make a perfect gift for Mother's or Father's Day, or simply add it to your own personal collection. Once again, enter by visiting sportshistorynetwork.com/giveaways. Thank you and good luck.